Every new day brings hope. But for millions of seniors, the dawn can also bring danger hidden in the routines we trust most. Imagine waking up and unknowingly stepping into a window of time when your risk of having a stroke can skyrocket. Shocking. It's true. Strokes are the second leading cause of death worldwide, and the number one cause of long-term disability in adults over 60. Even more alarming, studies show the highest risk period for stroke is often the first few hours after waking. Your morning actions, no matter how small or normal they feel, can quietly set the stage for this life-threatening event. On Health Pulse Haven today, we're exposing the 7 subtle morning habits that increase stroke risk in seniors. These habits might seem harmless or even beneficial, but science proves otherwise. Recognizing and changing them could mean the difference between life and death. So stay with us, because what you learn here could save your life, or the life of someone you love. Let's begin by understanding the so-called morning stroke phenomenon. Medical experts have repeatedly observed that strokes aren't randomly distributed throughout the day. Instead, they tend to cluster in the morning hours, especially within the first 6 hours after waking. Why? 2 key biological rhythms come together here. Overnight, your body experiences changes that affect blood flow and clotting. Sleep causes your blood to become thicker and more viscous because you lose fluids all night through breathing and sweating. Thicker blood flows slower and can promote clot formation, clots that can block arteries and cause strokes. At the same time, your body's stress hormones, like cortisol and adrenaline, peak sharply upon waking. While these chemicals help you feel alert, they also increase your heart rate and blood pressure suddenly. For seniors with stiff arteries or plaque buildup, this causes more strain and vulnerability to artery blockages or ruptures. Combine thickened blood plus spiking blood pressure and restricted arteries, and you've laid a deadly trap for a stroke in those first morning hours. A large study conducted by the American Heart Association found that the risk of ischemic stroke triples during the 6 hours after waking compared to other times of the day. Understanding this timing is crucial to adjusting your morning habits for safety. Our first habit to address is surprisingly simple and easy to fix. Many seniors skip hydrating when they wake up. Remember, you lose water fluids during sleep, breathing, sweating, and no drinks for hours. This leaves your blood thick and prone to clotting. Dehydration reduces blood volume, which lowers oxygen delivery to your brain and increases the chance of clot formation. Research published in the European Journal of Neurology found that dehydration was a significant factor in nearly half of first-time ischemic strokes among older adults. By drinking a full glass of water immediately after waking, you help thin your blood, improve circulation, and reduce stroke risk. Expert tip: keep a glass of water beside your bed, and make it the first thing you drink before coffee or tea. Avoid sugary drinks that can spike blood sugar and worsen vascular health. Next is a habit that may feel natural, the sudden rush to get out of bed. But that quick leap may be riskier than you think. When you stand up suddenly, gravity causes blood to pool in your legs and lower body before your heart can adjust. This leads to a sudden drop in blood pressure, called orthostatic hypotension. This condition is common in seniors due to less elastic arteries and lingering medication effects. Why does this matter? Orthostatic hypotension can cause dizziness, fainting, or falls, which are dangerous on their own. But more importantly, this sudden drop can transiently reduce blood flow to the brain. If your arteries are already narrowed by plaque or prior damage, this reduced flow can trigger a mini-stroke or major stroke. Medical researchers have identified this as a key risk factor for strokes occurring in the morning. A safer approach is soft standing. When you wake, sit on the side of your bed, gently move your legs to get circulation flowing for 1 to 2 minutes, and then stand slowly. This gradual transition allows your blood vessels and heart to adjust steadily. In today's hyperconnected world, many of us reach for our phones immediately after waking, And while this feels normal, it may be hazardous for seniors. Why? Seeing stress-inducing news, emails, or messages triggers a flood of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones narrow blood vessels and elevate your blood pressure suddenly, putting strain on your heart and brain arteries. Over time, repeated blood pressure spikes cause wear and tear on your blood vessels and increase stroke risk. Experts recommend delaying stressful activities for at least 30 minutes after waking. Instead, use this time for relaxing breathing exercises, light stretching, or mindful gratitude practices to ease into your day gently. Try this. Breathe deeply. In through your nose slowly for 4 seconds, hold for 4, then out through your mouth for 6. Repeat 5 times. Another often overlooked risk factor is staying in one position too long immediately after waking. Many seniors sit up in bed or on the couch and remain still while waking fully or checking devices. But prolonged inactivity causes blood pooling in the legs. This slows the return of blood to the heart and brain, potentially compromising oxygen supply. Especially in seniors with pre-existing artery narrowing, sluggish circulation can increase stroke risk. The key is to move gently soon after waking. Stand, walk slowly around your room, or even do light seated stretches. Any movement helps promote better blood flow and oxygen delivery. Does your morning routine include a strong cup of coffee first thing? Many do. But drinking coffee or other caffeinated drinks on an empty stomach may increase stroke risk for seniors. Caffeine causes blood pressure to spike temporarily. On an empty stomach, this spike is often sharper and longer lasting. Add to this dehydration, and the combination puts added stress on your vulnerable arteries. Advice from cardiologists: first hydrate with water, then eat a small healthy snack, like fruit, nuts, or yogurt, before your coffee to buffer the blood pressure response. Also, limit caffeine intake in the morning if you have a history of hypertension or stroke. Skipping breakfast or consuming low-protein breakfasts can silently raise stroke risk. When you don't eat or eat carbs without protein, blood sugar levels can become unstable, causing blood vessels to constrict and elevate blood pressure. Protein-rich meals help maintain stable blood sugar and support blood vessel health. Try including eggs, nuts, seeds, legumes, or dairy in your morning meal. These foods offer essential amino acids that protect arteries from damage and reduce stroke risk. Finally, and most importantly, many seniors overlook subtle but urgent stroke warning signals. Early signs can include sudden dizziness, unexplained fatigue, weakness or numbness on one side, vision changes, difficulty speaking, or sudden severe headache. Transient ischemic attacks, mini-strokes, often precede major strokes. Ignoring these can be deadly. If you or a loved one experiences any of these, seek emergency medical attention immediately. Acting fast can prevent permanent brain damage or death. Remember the acronym FAST: face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, time to call emergency services. To recap, here are 7 subtle but dangerous morning habits that increase stroke risk in seniors. 1. Not drinking water immediately after waking. 2. Rising too fast from bed. 3. Diving into stress-inducing activities or phone use instantly. 4. Sitting too long without moving. 5. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach. 6. Skipping breakfast or eating low-protein meals. 7. Ignoring early stroke warning signs. Changing these habits may seem small, but they can dramatically reduce your risk of a morning stroke. Share this vital information with seniors you care about. Prevention is the only true protection against stroke. Thank you for trusting Health Pulse Haven. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for more urgent health tips designed to protect your well-being. Take care, stay safe, and remember, your mornings matter.